in my mouth.
Did you see I know you're not a sports fan, but did you see the Major League Baseball players went to take their team pictures yesterday, and they got new uniforms, and you could see everybody's everything. They're see-through.
I heard that. I didn't see it, but I did hear that.
See their bats.
You ready to do this?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice shoes.
Don't. New ones come tomorrow. Got updated tracking.
I'm so excited.
I am very excited.
Can we do this and not talk about your shoes? There's
You
more to
brought
life.
it up.
You stop. I'm telling Mom. Okay. You ready? So there was that big network outage.
Yeah.
AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. Not quite 6.5 billion people that you thought were affected.
But it also was only 70,000.
Yeah.
I mean,
know.
that's smaller than a suburb here in the valley.
So the initial review by AT&T, this is what they said, why we had the disruption.
Mm-hmm.
It was caused by the application and execution of an incorrect process used as we were expanding our network.
That's exactly what I said yesterday. Verbatim. I knew it.
You know, how many lawyers do you think that had to go through?
30.
Okay, that's it. That's right. I told you. You said too. It was a glitch.
Yeah, it's just
A problem.
It's just a glitch. Nothing to see here. Carry on.
It was not a cyber attack or proof of concept.
I go to the Daily Mail every single day.
I love the Daily Mail.
So do I. But it went from this high on the website to about this high at the website.
I know.
And I'm wondering if a lawyer made a call there as well. Nothing to see here.
No, you know, I write for the Daily Mail.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and every once in a while I'll send something to my editor there and I'll be like, this is a total Daily Mail headline. He's like, absolutely. Okay. So, you know, once you get into it. But we're trying a new feature of the Daily Mail.
Are you?
Yes. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be rolling out this next week. It's going to be called Dear Kim.
Like Dear Abby?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can ask me your questions. And so, like, one of my first questions that I answered, a woman's father put an AirTag in her engine.
Okay.
She's 32 years old.
Right.
And-
in the engine? Or just somewhere hidden in the...
No, in the engine bay. That's always where you want to put it.
Okay.
It's probably not going to be found there. You just get like some really good Gorilla Tape and then you put it in the engine bay. And so now she's really upset at her father because she said, like, I'm getting notifications where the AirTag, that there's an AirTag in my car that you put in there. I'm 32.
Why did he do it? Was he worried about her safety?
Yes.
Okay, so legitimately positive reasons, or was he trying to spy on her?
He said it was because of her safety.
Okay.
But now she's like, he destroyed my trust.
Absolutely.
What am I going to do? So I told her basically that, oh, and by the way, he was a single dad. Mom left. I mean, you know, there's like this whole big drama-rama that goes along with this.
Daddy issues.
Yes. So I told her, like, you know, maybe she just needs to talk to her dad more often. Say, like, you know, I'm okay. Everything's good.
Is he going to take it out?
Well, he would not tell her where it was. And so she hired a mechanic to figure out where the AirTag was located.
And they found it?
Yes.
Okay.
And now she doesn't want to talk to her dad.
I actually got my first ever AirTag.
Did you?
Yeah.
What do you have it in?
Hold on. It's my wallet.
Oh, you know what? You needed that.
Yes, I do. I lose my wallet all the time. I got it as a gift.
I have one in every one of Barry's wallets. Every single one.
This fancy little wallet here.
That is fancy. It's
Now
like
I can
those
find
shoes.
it whenever I lose it. You
Well-
don't bring up the shoes because I will defend them, and then you'll get mad that I'm defending the shoes.
It's just they're just not attractive. See, like, look at my shoes.
Yes.
Those are nice. These are nice shoes.
Put those on camera so people have more images to put on your wiki feed.
Yes, right. There we go.
I'm not saying those aren't nice shoes.
These are nice shoes.
Those look like Catholic girl shoes. What did you say? My shoes look like prison shoes. The new colors are coming tomorrow. I don't even want to talk about it.
They look like prison shoes. Hey, on that happy note, it's Kim Komando Today. It's your daily fun podcast about all things digital. I'm, of course, Kim Komando, and you are?
Andrew Babinski.
Yes, and so we're here to talk about what's going on in the tech world at this very moment. It has nothing to do with your shoes
No,
or
not
with
at all.
AT&T. There's nothing to see here.
Wasn't even really a technical issue.
So what do you got coming up?
We have Google finally doing something right.
No.
It took tremendous pressure, but they finally are protecting the consumers and doing something right.
And let me just set the record straight. There's a big rumor going out on the internet right now that Google is shutting down Gmail.
That's what I saw.
Okay, it's not true.
Well, they're also Google Pay. Are they shutting down Google Pay
Yeah, they are
as well?
shutting that. But that's in June.
Okay.
And then because they want everybody to use Google Wallet.
Which is basically Google Play, but just a different application of the same exact thing.
So your daughter
Yes.
is Generation A, Gen A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have an incredible story that I read about social media influencers, how now they're between like the ages of like 2 and 10.
Of course they are.
Okay.
Well, that's who's watching. Is 2 and 10-year-olds. So why not have the influencers out there?
Wait till you see the video that
All
I
right.
found. All right. And so right now we have the top 5 things that you need to know that's happening in tech right now. I mentioned it briefly on yesterday's show about the whole United Health Change Healthcare that got hacked, because all the details were just now coming in. It's a report that 1 in 3 U.S. patients are impacted. This is a huge problem.
This is way bigger than 70,000 phones not being able to play Candy Crush.
Right, exactly. Okay, or watch TikTok videos.
Right.
But here's the deal. How it's going to affect you is that if you need any prescriptions right now, is that the pharmacies are saying, we can't fulfill them without insurance. Can't get the insurance paperwork. So if you need a prescription, you may have to pony up the cash.
And 1 in 3 is a lot of people. That's 33% of U.S. healthcare patients.
I like to see that you're doing high math.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a really big one. Speaking of numbers, here's what's happening. People like Saks Fifth Avenue, Urban Outfitters, Target, they're getting really ticked off about people buying a whole bunch of things and then returning them.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I saw one company's going to start charging you to return stuff.
It's more than that. They're going to cancel you as a customer.
You just can't shop in here
Yeah,
anymore?
they're going to say, you know what, we don't want your business.
You're done?
No, not at all. So I looked it up on Amazon. What percentage of your purchases do you think if you return consecutively every single month that Amazon's going to send you like a warning to say, we don't want your business anymore?
I mean, you'd think the cost probably 15%?
You're close, 10%.
Okay.
10%. They say, or making 5 to 10 returns per month is going to trigger a warning, or they may suspend your account.
I already paid for it. You can't suspend something I already paid for unless you give me my money back.
They give you your money back.
Oh, good. Okay.
But they, you know what? Because it's costing people like me, I'm sure. I mean, I came home yesterday and there were 5 packages, and I knew that I ordered this coat because I'm going to Japan. And in the move, I know it's a whole long story, drama-rama, but I can't find my winter coat.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know where it is. You know, I was moving houses and boxes.
Did you look in the box that says coats?
I did.
It wasn't there.
No. And I'm like, I want this coat. So
When are you going to Japan?
first week of March.
Oh, it's still going to be cold there.
Yes, about 50 degrees.
Okay.
And I'm always cold.
Always.
Exactly. So I bought this coat. And after I bought it, I thought, I'm not going to really want this coat.
Can I actually tell a story about you being cold? Yesterday, they were setting up for another shoot right after the podcast. And someone's like, is it kind of warm in here? And Kim just goes, no, and walks right out. No, it's not. Do not touch it.
I said it's not. All right. On Netflix, there's a new documentary called Lover, Stalker, Killer.
Okay. Is this a Murderino documentary?
Well, yeah, it's a true crime. Obviously, you haven't seen it.
No.
I watched it.
I don't like that stuff.
Why?
Because it's real people being murdered. I've seen women argue over real death and real murder. It's sad.
Okay, but you're okay watching the Terminator?
It's pretend. Nobody dies. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets to smoke his cigar right after he's melted in molten lava. It's not real. You like that stuff? Would you call yourself a murderino?
No.
No. Do you listen to one true crime podcast?
No.
All right. Then you're out of the murderino.
No, I'm really not into it. I like to watch happy things.
Me too.
Okay. So, but this Lover, Stalker, Killer is just exploding on Netflix. It's about Dave Krupa. He's a single dad mechanic in Nebraska, goes on Plenty of Fish, meets a gal and says to her, you know what? Her name's Liz. You know what? This is not going to be like any exclusive type thing. Okay. Because I'm just not ready for anything like that.
Okay. Open relationship.
Okay. And then he meets somebody else.
Right.
And Liz, by the way, said, oh, yeah, I'm totally good with that. So he meets Carrie, I think is her name. And then Carrie's a lot nicer and better than Liz.
Okay.
And so, so now Dave's like, well, maybe a relationship would be good.
So did he dump the first one? Or he's just doing both at the same time.
for a while.
Okay.
And then he dumped the first
But
one.
he was open about it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, Liz did not like that at all. And that's all I'm going to say.
Well,
So-
I'm going to guess someone gets murdered. Maybe everyone gets murdered.
Well, I mean, Liz actually goes to Dave's apartment, meets Carrie. I mean, it's just,
Is it worth the watch?
yes,
All right.
it is.
Is there a twist?
Yes, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I just want to know if there's a twist.
So I have to tell you, about 10 years ago, I was kind of freaking out. Running this business, we have no debt, we have no investors, because we had like all these companies that just started like overnight, like Vice Media,
Right.
BuzzFeed.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, God, and the internet, well, they were just crazy about these things.
Was your fear they were going to crush you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we didn't have the resources. We didn't have like 100 journalists. We couldn't come up with like, who's your favorite spirit animal quiz for BuzzFeed.
Oh, I hope it's a dragon.
I always wanted the dragon, but I got a snake.
No.
Okay, but here's what's happening. This whole digital media revolution is dying. Ooh.
Yeah, I just heard Vice.com is going away. And
Going
they're
away.
Laying off and firing everybody.
Yep, couple hundred folks. BuzzFeed, they just laid off another 16%.
Was it just trendy?
I think it was Engadget. They're also laying off.
No way.
Yeah.
But what made them evaluated it as a billion-dollar company and 10 years later they're worth nothing?
Because the internet's going away.
Okay.
Websites are going away. People aren't going to, the traffic is going in the crapper. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, the whole way of doing business 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, it's just not there anymore. I mean, it used to be where you could send, about dedicated drops. That's where you get an email. It's only about like one particular product.
Right.
Okay. We used to send out a lot of those because they were profitable. Okay.
What was your return on a dedicated drop? You send out an email selling, that plant right there.
Right.
What's your return?
Well, we charged advertisers to send that out. So they would do like a cost per thousand. And maybe that could be like, $10, $20, whatever it may be on a cost per thousand.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have a list of like 500,000 names, send out once a week, it's pretty good.
Right.
I mean, I have heard that there's a certain political talk show host.
My gears are already turning.
And he makes, I don't know if he's still making, but he was making $70,000 a week.
Just sending out emails with ads and basically affiliate marketing.
Yes, that's it. 70 grand a week.
That's nice.
Okay, that business has gone, ooh, boom, out.
Because no one's reading their emails?
Because Gmail's blocking it.
Ah.
And the other providers are blocking it. So anyway, so all these companies that, staffed up, they built these big studios and...
I mean, there was nothing, at the time when Vice was starting its climb, there was nothing cooler. I mean,
Right.
everyone loved Vice. Did you see that story on Vice? Did you see the video on Vice? Did you hear the podcast from Vice? It was Vice everything.
Well, not anymore.
Now they're nothing.
Nothing. Gone. Poof. So I sent those stories over to Allie and say, maybe somebody's looking for a job. So if anybody's listening...
Well, they're not laughing at your demise.
No, but if anybody's like listening, if you're watching the pod and you know somebody who's like looking for a great opportunity, bring them over here. But there are some downsides. I mean, you can be honest. We've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
What is the biggest problem working for me?
For you?
Yeah.
I would say some people would find it difficult. See how I tiptoe? Find it difficult to deal with how direct you are. Like you were asking me a question. You sent me a screenshot of communication between you and an employee because you were having an issue and you see if I could help in any single way.
Right.
And I was like, there's no boss that I work with in my 25 years in radio that talks the way you talk. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just very direct.
So it's not a positive sandwich.
It's not. It's not. It's just the inside. It's just turkey being chucked at you at all times.
But it's fun.
I didn't say
You're
that.
going to learn a lot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And if you're good with that, a lot of people don't like the flowery conversation. It was
don't.
direct.
Yeah.
I mean, the person you're talking to, I don't think they had any problem with it.
No.
They were talking, but that's the other thing. They were being direct right back at
Which
you.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. Finally, this. A woman by the name of Alicia Framis. Her name is Alicia Framis. She's already taken.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now. She's beautiful.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to Google her?
Not yet.
All right.
She had a fling with a mannequin
Fling.
by the name of Pierre.
One night stand?
No, it was like a long-term relationship.
Well, wow.
Mannequin. You could dress him any way you want.
Sure.
Okay.
Why? This is like the fourth people having relationships with inanimate object stories we've had since November.
Okay.
It's
And
getting
then
out of hand.
she's marrying an AI hologram.
So she dumped the man again.
She did.
And now is going to marry a hologram.
Hologram. Hologram.
What's the? That's what I said.
I think you said hologram.
Yeah, hologram.
No, it's hologram. You know why? Here's the reason why. Every time I say hologram, there's like somebody by the name of like Thomas in Chicago who feels the compelling need to send me a note and says, it's hologram.
No one says hologram.
Yes.
It's hologram. We've been saying hologram since the 80s.
Okay, well, I'm going to say hologram. And when Thomas writes me a note, I'm sending it to you. She says that she crafted the hologram after all of her exes. So hologram. Okay, so it's hologram.
Hologram.
Okay, sorry, Thomas.
Sorry, Thomas, you're wrong.
And he's like a linguist. I looked him up. He had all his credentials there. Did you just...
I officially raspberried him.
Okay, so Alicia, what she did is she plugged in all of the best characteristics of all of her ex-boyfriends, including the mannequin.
Okay. Stiff?
You just ruined my story.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize.
That was a good one, though. So she plugged it all into a computer and she came out with Alex.
Okay.
Okay, so she is in love with him.
He's not real.
No.
He's a hologram.
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
And so she
Don't
took
people like physical touch?
she took him to a bank
Did she?
and said, "We'd like to open a joint bank account because we're getting married."
Okay. You need the social security number or maybe a body.
I mean, could you imagine being the poor teller? There's just like this
Okay.
whack job walks in.
Security.
It says, "Me and my buddy here, Alex, are looking to get married, and we're gonna
Open a
open a
joint.
chain."
You can't get a bank account if you're not real.
You know, I just don't understand it.
No, I don't understand it.
But there's a benefit. I mean, like, think about this. She doesn't have to pick up her husband's dirty underwear off the floor.
It doesn't have any underwear.
It's
It's holographic or holographic.
I just don't.
People are weird, man. But this is becoming more and more of a thing.
It is.
Like, I can't imagine, like a long-term relationship. If my current girlfriend said it, I'm moving to Missouri.
Wait,
I'll
did
be
you just call her your current girlfriend?
Yes, okay. She is my current girlfriend.
Okay. So, like, she's not.
Shoot.
I totally got you there.
Take two. My girlfriend, if she said, I'm moving to Missouri, it would be over. Because I want someone to hang out with. I want physical touch. I want all the things that come with a partner.
My current. I'm sorry, Jennifer. You are in such trouble.
I am.
You are in such trouble.
Crap.
Hey, listen, as you're watching us do Kim Komando today on YouTube, Rumble, we didn't name them all,
No, Facebook.
wherever we are, make sure that you leave us some comments because we have Maddie upstairs and she's writing down all the comments, capturing them, whatever she's doing that. And then we're going to be reading them at the end.
And they're getting better every single day.
They truly are.
People are beginning to interact more and more.
And I love that.
It's
I love that.
awesome.
Except for some of the usernames are a little tough.
They were a little pornographic yesterday.
Yes.
You know who you're talking about. We know we're talking about you, HLN.
You know, speaking of current, that's why it actually sparked a memory. Is because when my mother first met Barry, and then there was like some other people who came over to the house, and you know, and she didn't know what Barry did.
Oh, okay.
She had no idea, and so like the second time or third time she met him, and she's like, you know, you have a really good voice. You ought to do something with that.
Hey, she was not wrong.
She was.
She nailed it.
So you know, we're talking about getting married and stuff, and then she actually introduced Barry at one point as her current son-in-law.
I'm screwed.
You are in such trouble. Hey, it's Kim Komando today. It's your daily fun podcast about all things digital. And we're not going to be talking about Andrew's shoes.
No.
No.
I mean, next week, it's going to be Shoe-a-Palooza. I'm going to have so many new pairs of shoes to
Is it
show
like
off.
every single day?
I can have a new pair, at least for the first 3 days of the week. I got 3 more coming.
It's pretty exciting.
I'm very excited.
Are you?
I am.
Okay, we didn't tell people to share the podcast.
No, if you're listening or watching the podcast, just share it. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you like this show, you're into it, you're leaving us a comment, which we're going to read later in the show. Share it to someone you know. It helps grow the podcast. We want to keep doing this. We want to keep having this going 5 days a week. So help us out with the share. It'd be awesome. It's easy. It's like 2 clicks.
Yeah, and then because the more viewers that we get, we might be able to get an advertiser.
Yes.
And then
We have to have more viewers to get an advertiser.
Exactly.
It's tough to go to a company and say, we have 2 people on Twitch, and we'd like you to buy $50,000 worth of advertising.
That'd be so amazing. It's going to be so great for you. I mean, whatever you're selling, I'll buy, and Andrew will too.
Yeah, that's 4. You just doubled your audience.
That was just amazing. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons. So, and that's the easiest way for us to grow the podcast is for you to tell just one person. And now, if you are watching the podcast and you think like, hey, you know what? I'd rather take the podcast with me. You can do that.
Yeah, if you miss a live stream, we
Watch
turn
it
it
on
into
demand.
audio format and download it wherever you get all your
Exactly.
podcasts.
It's
I'm
pretty awesome.
subscribed. I subscribed on 2 different places to the audio podcast so I can listen back.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Why on 2?
In case I'm on the iHeart app or if I'm on the Apple app.
Oh, that's fabulous. Thank
Yes.
you.
You're
All right,
welcome.
so what's going on with Google?
So this is what happened. There was an ad that a blogger over at Mashable saw of a keto vitamin that was sponsored and supported by Mark Cuban and Kevin from Shark Tank. Had all the Shark Tank logos. When you clicked on the website, it literally looked like it was a Shark Tank
You know what?
product.
I've seen those.
You
ads.
have.
Yes.
Well, you won't see them anymore because Mark Cuban has nothing to do with the keto
Right.
gummy. Shark Tank has nothing to do with the keto gummy. It's not even like it's a deep fake. They are literally lying in the advertising that this is a Shark Tank product. So Mashable found out about it. They criticized Google. Google took it down. But then it came back a couple days later. Google said it's in their policy that you cannot deceive people through your advertising. But all they would do is make them take the ad down, rebuild the ad, put it back up, and it's out.
Get a new URL. They're done.
Mashable came after him again. 3 weeks. It took him 3 weeks. You now will get a lifetime ban if you have a fraudulently endorsed product on Google through their ad services. Lifetime ban.
I wonder how they're going to institute that.
Well, it's obviously you can't open up another account and post that same ad again, but at least they're being a little reactive to what's going on.
Oh, you're giving them too much credit.
You
This
think
crap's
so?
been going on for so many years.
But it's so rampant now, especially on TikTok. There are so many ads on TikTok. Well, that's a statement all it's a known. There are so many ads on TikTok. But there are so many ads on TikTok where it starts out and you'll see a 2-second clip of a celebrity. They use Joe Rogan all the time, where he says, you know about this new drug? And then they go to B-roll for all their thing and use the deep fake voiceover, making it sound like Joe Rogan is endorsing this. I don't know how these celebrities aren't just suing the crap out of everybody.
It's probably hard to find them.
It's true.
I mean, how do you get them? They're located in another country. I mean, it's, it gets to be a bit of a nightmare. I mean, you remember there was that commando.com. That it was basically a Brazilian prostitute house.
I do remember. I did lots of research just to make sure that they weren't getting away with this.
I don't see Kim here. There was that guy who called the show. He said, I thought you were a blonde. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Did you go after him?
Yes.
And how
Shut
long
it
did
down.
it take?
I didn't take very long
Okay.
because that was easy.
Because it was just one entity.
Well, also, it was a website. And so if you scroll down to the bottom of commando.com, you see like a whole bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. It's like, we have trademark number 2 million. This. Okay, that's strictly because that if you can prove that somebody else is trading on your name, likeness, image, and I'm not a lawyer, I can't give legal advice, but is that we can always say that we own the trademark and we have it identified at therealcommando.com.
So, yeah, I guess it's going to be more difficult for these companies. Are they just in it for a quick buck? They put together this AI-generated ad, probably costs them, $50 to make?
Right.
They try to make a couple thousand and then just start over?
That's it.
But Google's going to ban them.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't. You know what? I don't mean to be cynic,
No.
but they still have. If you just Google like Microsoft tech support, you're going to get scammed. I mean,
When they could easily get rid of those websites.
yeah. So like,
Why don't they?
I don't know why.
I mean, they're not making any more money on that traffic. That Google search is going to go somewhere legitimate.
No, it's sponsored ads at the top.
Ah, so they're paying for it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's exactly what it is.
Follow the money.
All right, you're not going to believe this next story.
Okay, I won't.
I saw the video, and I was really disturbed by the video.
Really?
Yeah, I thought, you know what? I don't know. I don't think mommy's being a good mommy. So, well, I want your take.
I'm so intrigued.
All right, it's Kim Komando today. Just a quick reminder that we'd love to get your comments wherever you're watching. Just go ahead and leave a great comment like, Kim, you're brilliant as always.
They don't all have to be sucking up to Kim. You can ask questions. You can comment about the topics that we're talking. I mean, if you want to get it read, yeah, sure, you can suck up to Kim. That's straight to the top.
Mr. Mannequin, stiff. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe he said that. I told Barry last night at dinner about your one about the cherry.
And
He's like, you let that get out?
it's the internet.
I know, I told him. That's
There's
what
no
I told him.
FCC here, baby. Finally, I'm not under the constraints of the FCC.
Okay, so there are these 7-year-old twins, and they're on TikTok.
Okay.
Cody and Haven Garza. Okay. They lost their teeth. You'll see them.
Well, they're 7.
They have one video that has 2.6 million views. They have 4.8 million followers on TikTok.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out what you're so upset about. I wish my kids had 4 million. I'd be monetizing the crap out of them.
Okay. The Garza crew, they went viral on TikTok in 2020 after their mother, Adria, I guess, participated in Flip the Switch challenge. I don't know what that was. What is that?
It's like if you and I went into a bathroom because you're doing it in front of a mirror, and then the song plays, I'm the flip the switch. And when you turn off the light, it goes completely dark. And then when you flip it back on, something silly happens. We change clothes. We're both dressed up like bananas. That was the trend.
Oh, okay. Flip the Switch. And they had over 100,000 views on their Flip the Switch. And now they are part of Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha.
The kids are.
Yeah. These are creators born between 2010 and 2024.
Okay.
And they say these are the new influencers. Here, watch this video.
Get ready for me to go out for dinner. First up, my bronzy and my goldie drops. I literally love this
No,
restaurant.
we need to hear the audio.
It's my favorite.
Can we get the audio?
Literally, I'm obsessed. Next up, we're using
you
this.
have to hear what she says.
Their mom's very pretty. They're talking back there.
Are they?
Sure.
It's okay. No worries.
It's not like it's live. It's live. I can voice over. Hi, my name is Grandma. What is she doing?
She's doing her makeup.
Getting ready for dinner, okay. And how old did you say they were? 7?
7. Okay. When you see her, she's doing her contouring makeup on her face. Okay. Okay.
Get ready for me to go out for dinner. First up, my bronzy and my goldie drops. I literally love this restaurant. It's my favorite. Literally, I'm obsessed. Next up, we're using this as blush. Guys, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how excited I am. Ah! Let's blend, blend, blend. Make sure to always go up. Makes the look better, does it? Oh my gosh, I look so good. I'm just adding a little bit of contour. Blend, blend, blend. A little bit of eyeshadow. I think I'm going to do the gold tonight. Let's do it like a windshield wiper. That's some glitter. Oh my gosh. I'm going to use the same thing but on my lips now. Let's do it. I looked at my lips match my cheeks. All done. My mom's going to do a slicked back bun. BRB. I'm all ready to go. Peace out, bro.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
She's 7.
Okay.
Okay. She is doing her makeup Like she's a 20-year-old woman.
Right.
Okay. I can't even figure out how to contour my face.
Blend, blend, blend.
I swear, you know what's so funny is blend, blend, blend. We all say blend, blend, blend. I do that in the morning. Blend, 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 blend.
So your problem is what? The fact that she's wearing makeup at that age? The fact that her parents are using her as an internet influencer?
The fact that I don't think this is healthy for a 7-year-old to be acting that way,
Okay.
putting on adult makeup at 7 when I don't think that's developmentally good for her psyche and for her maturity. Let me back up just a second. And because I've always felt this way. It's not just with TikTok.
Right.
Is that, I had family friends who were part of the Disney empire.
Right.
Okay. Because I bought a house from a man or gentleman who was married to Sharon Disney.
Okay.
So we became friends. I mean, I became friends with the family. Like where he would say, like, there was a certain member of the Disney family, and he's like, hey, do you know some guy that'd be good for her? I should have thought of you because you would have been.
I only have a current girlfriend, so it would have worked out.
So, Ian, you've known Ian.
Yeah.
I mean, Ian was a beautiful child. I mean, not just because he's my child, but he's a beautiful child.
Amazing hair. Don't know where he got it.
Amazing hair. Just this, and big blue eyes, and just really put together.
Tall. He's been tall forever.
Yes. And so, so the Disney family came to me, and they said, why don't you do something with him? If you want, we can set him up for some auditions. And he was probably about 7 or 8, maybe, and then they said it again when he was like 10 or 12 type of thing. But they first said it like when he was about that age. And I said, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. I want him to have like a normal childhood.
Right.
And, to be able to like ride his bike and not be, this has to be stressful for a 7-year-old.
Well, especially when you look at that video, everything is coached. All the cuts are probably because the mom's like, and make sure you say, I love this restaurant. Make sure you say, blend, blend, blend.
And because this is a Sephora deal. So she's sponsored. So you have a 7-year-old putting on adult makeup. I don't know. It just feels icky to me.
We have a lot of stories out of Hollywood of child stars. And
that was the reason why. At that time, it was Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
That was just like going down fast.
But there's so many of them, right? There's so many child stars that are not, quote unquote, like you said earlier, normal. And they have some tragic childhoods that lead into some tragic adult stories.
Yes. And, I took Ian to Justin Bieber concert. And I came home and I said, listen, I have a meet and greet with Justin Bieber this weekend, and we should go. And he looked at me and was like, nope, I'm not going. It's going to be all girls. He was like 14 at the time. I'm like, no, you really, because he did. I knew he kind of idolized Justin Bieber.
Okay.
It was like they were kind of almost the same age type of thing. So we go there, and I guess Bieber, well, he's older than Ian. So Bieber was probably about 16 or 17 then.
All right. So he hadn't hit his bad boy stage of Bieberness.
Not yet. And so we do the whole meet and greet, and he's like, his waist, honestly, gosh, he's a little guy.
Justin Bieber, really?
Yeah, because I never thought him, I always thought him to be, he was tiny.
Okay.
This little tiny thing. So then we go and, no, there's time for another story about me standing in line. And anyway, and it's Ian and just all these girls. Okay. And then mothers that are wearing T-shirts that say, I have the Bieber fever.
Right. I'm a believer.
And I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, you're like 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, okay. And so the concert starts, and he sings a couple of songs, and then he starts puking. And
I've never heard this.
oh, really? Because what happened here in Phoenix?
Yeah.
He starts puking. And they go backstage, and I told Ian. Ian says, what's wrong? I said, I don't know. I said, but I'm guessing that there's probably some drugs or alcohol involved.
Okay.
Okay. And then Bieber comes out, and he says, I think I drank too much milk before the concert.
Okay.
And then they bring him back, excuse me, and he's backstage for like 20 minutes.
Did he finish the show?
Yeah, he came out in 20 minutes, just bouncing around, bing, bing, bing,
So they Gave him an IV or
Something.
sun upper.
Maybe some, maybe a little water.
Right.
Okay. Saline, something. but it was really good for Ian to see that because we talked a lot about it afterwards. That that he is now a product.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's not a person. He's a product. And he has to make money for everybody around him as that product.
That's a lot of pressure on a 16, 17-year-old.
Right. So looking at the 7-year-old girl, I mean, could you imagine what she's going to be like when she's 12 or 14?
Honey Boo Boo? I mean, she's going to be Honey Boo Boo.
Would you let your daughter do that?
No. My son wants to do streaming. Remember we talked around this on Christmas time. And I told him, if you want to stream, that's fine, but you're not going to make any money on it. You can have a YouTube channel. It won't be monetized. You can have a Twitch channel. It's not going to be monetized. You're not starting to work at 9 years old. If you want to, I really encourage you to learn the technology. That's where I'm pushing him towards. Learn how to figure out all the software to stream yourself. That would be a cool skill to have.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm not going to put my kids to work. Now, that being said, my daughter is 6. And every single time she's allowed to play Roblox, she's filming a YouTube channel in her mind.
Oh, is she?
Mm-hmm. She'll turn the game on. Okay, you guys, today we're going to do an obby. It's an obstacle course on Roblox. And then she is doing voiceover for the entire time she's playing. But there's no pressure there. That's just playing pretend.
See, so the mother says of the twins, online creation, they love it. They think it's so cool that people know who they are and they want to take a picture with them wherever we go.
That's kind of awkward too.
Awkward. Very awkward.
I honestly, one time I was on the air and Beth, my co-host in the mornings, asked me what school my kid went to. And me being as open and honest as I am, I just said it. And then their mom texted me immediately and she's like, I am not comfortable with that. I didn't even think about that. So maybe because I'm in the business, in the industry, I'm not making these same connections. But there is a lot of pressure. I mean, if 4 million followers means they're probably making $50,000 to $70,000 a month.
Right.
And that's a lot of pressure to put on 2 7-year-olds.
Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. And do it upward.
Yeah,
because we want to go upward.
Are you going to watch that so you can learn how to do that later?
I should. I think I'll just ask Nicole, my makeup artist, to come over. And
just have her do it.
Yeah. Then, yes, please.
I really like those hard outs.
Yes.
They're really nice. They sound really good.
Yeah. Instead of like coming up.
Mm-hmm. Just let it end.
Yeah. Here, we need like a sound effect for Maddie when she comes.
Why? You're doing such a great job with your homemade sound effects. Thank you.
Okay. All right, it's Kim Komando today. Ooh, hold on just a second. My little ear fell out. Well, not my ear. You know, my...
We're going to need more than a second if your ear is falling off.
Hey, it's Kim Komando today. We're so thrilled that you're here with us and love getting your comments. And also make sure that you tell at least one person. Oh, and I forgot to say, it's almost over, the big giveaway.
I was just about to say, you haven't mentioned it one time this podcast that we're giving away a $1,000 laptop or Apple Mac.
Exactly. And how do they enter to win?
They just go to, it's a new website, winfromkim.com.
Yes, you did it. Winfromkim.com.
Such a professional.
Winfromkim.com. Once again, winfromkim.com. And you just have to do one thing. You just have to you just get one copy, one issue of our newsletter.
Right.
It's free.
And if you like the show, you're going to like the newsletter. So it's not even going to have to be like a chore or anything. You're going to start loving the newsletter every single day.
Exactly.
It's going to be a win-win.
So how do you say ROBOT?
Robot.
Okay.
How do you say it?
I say robot. Robot?
Robot. Especially when you're talking fast.
Robot.
You definitely say robot.
It says Andrew's right on hologram. Hologram.
Hologram. It's a hologram. Something is holographic.
That would
We've
be
been
it.
saying this since Back to the Future 2.
That was Lou Mello who said that. 24-hour boss. Kim and the gang, longtime follower. Always enjoy the tech advice. Thank you. Shout out to you. Lou also says, I always introduce my wife as my current favorite wife.
They must have a great relationship.
I still can't believe you said that. My current wife.
So in trouble. Can we delete this one?
Yeah. Debbie Miller, hope your neighbors are doing good. Hope they have the creeps trying to get into your world. We're talking about that was the whole SWAT
Yes.
that happened in my house.
Anything come of that? Any update from that?
Not really, but what I did is I wrote it all up. So it would be Sunday's top story in the newsletter.
Oh, cool.
With some tools that you might want to use, like maybe to make it look like somebody's at home. You can program your Alexa smart speaker to like come on and say certain things.
You can get a Google Home speaker and have Alexa talk to Google all night long.
It's like, I'm better. No, I'm better. No, I'm better. I'm better. Let's see. Christopher Stone says, is that any different from the stories I've heard or read of lonely guys in Japan marrying holograms of their anime crushes?
No, it's not. It's still weird.
It is weird.
I don't get it.
Let's see. Kim Holmes, great name, Kim, says, great lunchtime chatter here in the East Coast. Hashtag almost heaven, West Virginia. Isn't that sweet? We have
Very
such
sweet.
nice people. Such nice people. I can't say this username because it's like 7H3D 34 AAA.
Oh, that's 7H3D 34 AAA?
Yes.
Long time no talk.
It says, I bet her hologram boyfriend has some great assets because of the back end developers. But
I can't believe you didn't come with that on your own.
I should have.
You should have. You didn't even have a joke to end that segment.
I didn't. You know what? It's been a long week. It's been a long week. You know,
I mean, almost getting robbed, getting Wi-Fi jammers found all around your yard, SWAT team taking dogs onto your property,
buying a coat online, it's too big.
and you're going to have to return it, and then you're going to get your Amazon account canceled.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing. If you need some extra scratch,
Yes.
people who have filed W-2s and 1090s are reporting back because it's, almost tax time, or it is tax time. And we're finding out what is the most profitable side hustle.
Okay. We know it's not Uber.
No, that was the saddest part. Uber and Lyft were literally on the bottom of the list. The average Uber and Lyft person is under $2,000 every single year
No way.
that does it as a side hustle. Remember, this is not your full-time job, but still, $2,000 a year is the average.
Well, you have a lot of people who probably like try it and then they
Abandon it?
Yes.
All right, well, here's what people are not abandoning. OnlyFans. OnlyFans part-time is averaging $5,000 a year, which is the most successful of all side hustles.
Do you follow anybody on OnlyFans?
No, I don't even know how it works. And I'm not being, goody two-shoes, so I don't watch porn. I don't care. I've never gone to OnlyFans. I don't understand paying for it, especially a subscription fee. Like, okay, let's say there's this woman you're absolutely in love with and you think she's so gorgeous, and then you see her naked, and I have to pay $3 or more to see her naked again. I already saw it. Been there, done that.
Screenshotted it.
But I've never, remember when OnlyFans also said, we're not going to do porn anymore? And that lasted like 72 hours.
Gosh, I know.
But I know, I've never done an OnlyFans.
You know why? Because they wanted to go public.
Well, yeah, but they're not worth anything if they don't have the porn.
Exactly.
So they're not worth going public.
Yeah, I don't also understand, like, you have, like Charlie Sheen's daughter. She's on there.
But there's a lot of women on there that aren't getting naked. They may be doing some spicy stuff, but they're not getting naked and they're not doing, full pornography, and they're still making money.
Okay,
Bella Thorne.
I met a girl, young woman, 16 years old.
Ooh.
Okay, on OnlyFans.
I thought you had to be 18.
Of course you do.
So she was lying.
No. Okay.
Okay.
And I looked at her OnlyFans channel.
Uh-huh.
And she's in her bathing suit.
But that's a minor.
It's kind of creepy.
Awful.
It is. I was like, I'm not sure that would be something good that you should be doing.
Coming in second place, if you are looking for a side hustle, like literally part-time work, Grubhub, that pays the second most behind OnlyFans. which, isn't realistic as a real side hustle.
Where's isn't Instacart in that?
They were in the top 5.
Were they?
Yeah, they were one of the good ones. They were one of the ones where they were in the 4,000 and above range. Poor Lyft and Uber drivers.
Yeah. Not
Got to
good.
make more money, man.
They should. What you could do is there should be like, there's a new site coming out.
Which one?
It's like just for grandmothers.
Really?
It's called Only Nans.
You did that one on the fly. Very impressed. I thought you were going to go with the cooking channel, Only Pans.
Oh, we could do that too. I did that once.
Okay.
But I liked you since we were talking about, the grandmothers, Only Nans.
Yeah, I'm not going to OnlyFans or Only Nans. I'm good. Thank you.
Granny porn is actually one of the biggest searches on the internet.
So weird. People are so weird. We're so weird. We're marrying holograms and looking at granny porn.
And talking about your current girlfriend. It's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night. Jennifer, you have my permission.
I'm shutting off my phone.
All right. So I'm looking forward to some new shoes.
Yes, next week. Which I can't wait. Which one should I wear on Monday? Aren't you excited?
No.
I've never been this excited about footwear in my entire life.
They are the ugliest things I've ever seen.
Let me get some new colors. They look more like more normal shoes-ish, the new colors. And you let me know what you think.
What is that made? Is it like plastic that they're made out of?
I think so. It's like some sort of recycled material. I'm helping the environment. Don't you care about the environment, Kim?
Yeah, I do. Gonna get on my jet. All right.